Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. Sorry if I got anything in my beard. So it's come through to me that for a particular person, if she is still wanting to, try to get some help and essentially work on our relationship and potentially other relationships, there's going to be a few things. There's just new stipulations involved in that. Okay, so essentially, what I'm getting through the ethers, again, I could be totally off, but what's coming through to me is that in order for her to receive that type of help from them, she would have to do a number of things, or just she would have to do the following. She would have to, first of all, stop, unblock me is one of the first things, and then she'd also have to stop talking to all these different dudes. Pretty much, like, what I'm getting is that they don't think it's good for her to continue trying to develop relationships and talk to dudes and keep, running after dick and all this right now because she's not in a very well state of mind. They feel that it's, and me too, because I agree about this also, but I'm in a little bit of a different place than her. So it's okay for me to engage in relationships with people is what I'm getting, but they don't feel like it is right for her, and a lot of that's because she's also showing trust issues. And if you're constantly around an environment where there's all these new and attractive and sexy people, and you've shown to have an issue in sticking with what you choose, then that's an issue in itself. It's something that I think a lot of it has to do with she needs to nurture herself and spend a lot of time loving herself and getting to really be okay with who she is, and maybe even some help, like really finding out who she is. I mean, she knows herself pretty fucking well, but there's levels to everything, and we can all, even myself, get better at learning out who we really are. So, and then there's the healing that she, I feel, is needing and also wants, and they're willing to offer it again, but she's going to have to stop trying to talk to people like for a good couple of months is what I'm getting, like until she's in a much healthier place mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's what they want, like in order for to get that type of help and to be a part of this initiatory beginning of this movement. Because once the movement gets going and it's flourishing, and there's resources and opportunities and healings and rehabilitation centers, that anybody will be welcome to come, as long as you're not out here committing evil and hurting people and spreading lies and all that type of shit. But anybody's welcome who's hurt. But for the initiatory seeds, like the beginning fruits that's going to help blossom this thing into fruition, especially after what just happened yesterday, which I don't even know all the specifics, but I feel like there was she's just again changing her mind, like in doing so in a very and through the ethers, certain things were sent out to her specifically, and certain communications and exchanges of energy happened with certain people, and I feel like some people feel like they were just kind of like, wow, like we had this great moment, and then she just turns her back for not any really good reason either. Like she got offered some really very fortunate things that most people on this planet will never get to see or feel or have an opportunity to experience, and she turned it just so anyways, that's what I'm picking up on. Again, I don't know the full story because I'm not able to see everything that's going on with her, and picking things up through the ether, it depends on the person sending the message and also your own ability to pick up on messages. So I'm still not in the healthiest spot myself, and I'm still learning how to develop these skills myself also. So like I don't I could be better at it. Like there's things I'm sure I've misjudged or misinterpreted or exaggerated or even left out. So I want to say that too. But the general consensus is, like, if she wants to be a part of this, that she's going to have to stop talking to other people, myself too. Like maybe on a friendship thing, that's okay, and with other people a friendship thing, that's okay. But with that type of intent to get involved sexually, with people, that's going to have to stop for a good couple months until she gets in a better place mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I agree. Now I'm a little different. We're all different, and where I'm at right now, I've kept myself away from that. So it's like, for me, I feel like they think it would be good for me to experience more of that in a healthy manner with healthy people or healthier people, because it's going to help me get out of my box and help me connect to people again, and and all this and that. It's something that I've had a very little of lately. So like for me, it's good for me to do that, and also by doing that, I'll also be in a better position to help, to be there for a particular person, as a husband. But she's spent too much time doing that, and to the point where it's making her sick, and she's also dependent on it like a drug addict is. So this is also why I feel they want to help her get away from that dependency and be more dependent with just herself and who she is, and to not need so many drugs and other people to fill that void. You know, for me, my void right now is the drugs. Like I use a lot of drugs and herbs to fill my void, but people, I don't really have people in my life, you know, so that's not an issue for me. And in fact, that's something that I need to get better at, where she needs to get better at being more on her own. You know, Kama, she, you know, as long as it works out with a particular person, then the Kama's welcome to come. And, you know, as far as like, you know, I feel like maybe Kama might have some slight issues, but nothing very serious or dire. So it's much more of an open book with her. Um, so yeah, I think I got that all. All right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.